All right, guys, welcome back to the Family Health and Wealth Podcast. We got another short legacy application for you. So this one I've come across as many of these in business books that you read. There's many different names out there for it. One I'm used to calling it is the productivity quadrant. And basically, Levi and I are going to break into this a little bit. But first, I just want to set up in your mind, since you're listening to this on a podcast, what it looks like. So basically, you have to look, it's kind of like a box with four quadrants. And in the top left, you have important and urgent. So that's the top left. So important and urgent, that's going to be the house is on fire. That's going to be your top priority. Then you're going to move to the right to quadrant 2, and that's going to be your important but not urgent. So basically you have urgent and not urgent running vertical, and important, not important running horizontal on this 4-box square. So we've got top left, urgent, important, the right column, top, not urgent, important, and then we move down to box 3. That's going to be not important and urgent. And then we move to the 4th quadrant, and that's going to be not urgent and not important. So Levi, what are your thoughts on this priority quadrant?
I love it. It's something that, if you can take it and put it to use, it's going to make you better at everything you do. And so, when you talk about, let's say, for instance, your email, if you get a couple hundred email during the day, you could spend a good amount of your time trying to weed through those until you apply this. If you apply this to it, you're going to be able to move pretty quickly through those and focus in on the ones that are urgent and important, or maybe just important but not urgent, not important, urgent, and then of course you're going to just file all of those other ones away. The busy work, you're going to just get rid of those. But if you're looking at your email and you use this, when it comes to the important non-urgent ones, that upper right quadrant there, you're going to be able to take those and you're going to flag them, knowing that you can come back to those in a little bit. And then the ones that are not important and urgent, you can just take those and knock those out real quick. And so that could be just maybe it's a meeting, and you're going to head to that meeting. Maybe it's somebody who's just walked into your office. You can deal with those relatively quickly, but you got to keep it in mind. This is not important to my role. I've got a few guys that are talkers right now, and they'll come in and they talk. And I like these guys. And if we were grabbing a beer, I could talk with them all night long, but I'm not. During the day, I've got to get focused. I've got to get to that upper left, which is the important and urgent things. And so I'm going to talk to that guy. I'm going to try to keep it short, and I'm going to try to get him out of my office so that I can focus on the things that matter. And so when you get to that upper left corner there, where it's urgent and important, prioritization, you're going to knock it out. You're going to just set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to just get after it. But again, you've got to be able to see everything that's coming your way in these boxes. And if you can see them that way, you're going to be able to make pretty quick decisions on it and make things happen.
Yeah, I think to kind of go through them here quickly. So we said box 1, important, urgent. That's going to be your crises, your emergencies, your pressing problems. When you move to quadrant 2, not urgent, but important. Those are going to be ones that you want to prepare for, plan. How do we prevent it in the future? You want to provide clarification. You want to look for improvement and relationship building. When you move into quadrant 3, the not important and urgent, these are the ones that, maybe it's some mail, some meetings. These are maybe things like Levi said, you can either execute on quickly or you can delegate to somebody else, so that you're not being distracted with them. And then lastly, quadrant 4, the not urgent, not important. This is basically busy work, trivial stuff, or it could be, escape activities, social media. Essentially, they're time wasters. And what I've done, Levi, over the years in my different roles, is I'll actually just take a clean sheet of paper. I'll draw a horizontal line, a vertical line. I'll build the little quadrant, put the urgent, not urgent at the top, put the important, not important. And I would literally, for a day, track what I do. It sounds terrible. It's not, because it actually becomes a powerful tool, because it helps you start to realize, especially if you're in a leadership role like a supervisor, manager, or director, it helps you to start to realize what you do in a day. But then it also helps you, what I think the magic in management is, you start to realize where you need to be spending your time. And this actually can be a building block to the Pareto principle, because it will help give you some of that awareness to build on where you as a leader need to be spending the majority of your time for the greatest effect. And it gives you opportunity to look at, well, geez, today I spent all of my time in quadrant one. Okay, well, let me work back, let me reverse engineer these crises that happen to figure out, how do I build something that maybe I need to hire somebody to work in this position, or I need to work on a process procedure to fix that thing. It just becomes a powerful tool to help you become more effective in whatever role you're in. You could be uh, the person on the bench or the person on the front line. If you start to do this, you can start to build some great strategies around your workflow.
So I wanted to mention that that bottom right quadrant, the busy work. That's probably one of the most appealing, especially if you've got some really urgent and important things. Busy work becomes very, very intriguing for some reason. So you've
Yep.
got to be able to identify it, scrap that, and get to work on what really matters for your role.
Yeah, you got it. So, we said this would be a quick one. We could dive deeper at another time, but a couple powerful tools here we've given with the Pareto principle and the priority quadrant. If you're looking to take that next level, whatever role you're in, two great tips to get you going in your career. So check them out. Thanks, guys.